got blown up by landmines. And we just finished the chapter about the blind man and his dog that had died. And the chapter we came to was called No Free Lunch. It was about the concept that nothing in life is free. And yet I couldn't put my heart and soul into it because I knew there is such a thing as a free lunch. In fact, there's 5 free lunches I want to talk to you about today. 5 free tools for learning Japanese. No cash, they're free. But before we start, I'd like to think everyone has a voice on the Abroad in Japan channel, and everyone's comments and opinions are very important, particularly the ones that offer constructive criticism. And recently I received such a message from a huge fan, which forced me to confront some harsh realities about this channel. So I'm going to read you the message. It's from an individual called TL Chang, and hopefully you too can see things from his perspective. Fucking hell, he begins. Talk too much. See only your face. ... Before concluding. OMFG. Oh my fucking god. Now most other people would have kept such a comment to themselves and moved on. But so hungry for change was TL Chang, so adamant to improve the Abroad in Japan channel that he left this comment. And maybe he is onto something. Maybe there is too much face. And so in order to win TL Chang back to the Abroad in Japan channel and eliminate the prospect of having too much face, the Abroad in Japan channel will now be presented by this hot dog.
So the first thing you're going to need if you're studying Japanese is a good dictionary. Unfortunately, some of the best dictionaries are free. Perhaps the most popular free dictionary app on iOS is called anwar, and it's based on the greatest Japanese dictionary resource on the web, Jim Breen's JDic website. So as well as containing all the words you could possibly dream of, it also has thousands of example sentences which you'll find to be absolutely invaluable for learning new words in context. The app has multi-language functionality, JLPT lists of vocabulary arranged according to level. It doesn't require an internet connection as it's all stored locally. And did I mention it's free? Oh yeah! If you're using an Android device, there's an app called Jed, and whilst its icon isn't nearly as physically attractive as anwar's, it does have pretty much the same functionality as anwar, and again, uses the same information from Jim Breen's fantastic online magical masterpiece. Between these apps and the website, all your Japanese dictionary needs are pretty much covered. That said, although it's not free, but because everyone always asks, the dictionary app I mainly use on iOS is called Japanese. It does cost a staggering $8, but I bought it before I'd heard of anwar, and it has all of the same functions. But if anwar is the intelligent person you're thinking of taking on a date, Japanese, with its superior interface, is like taking an intelligent person on a date who's also quite attractive. Except it's not, because it's a dictionary. Also, I realise this whole hot dog joke thing will be over pretty quick, if not already. So with that in mind, I've prepared some hilarious hot dog jokes. What did the hot dog say when it crossed the finish line? I'm the wiener. Oh fuck. Have you ever used a free resource which is so good you almost feel guilty using it without paying? Wikipedia! Tai Kim's Grammar Guide is that resource. Available online or on iOS and Android, Tai Kim's Grammar Guide probably has enough grammar to get you to the same kind of level you'd expect from a 2-year degree course in Japanese. And the guide will take you from basic beginner grammar, as well as helping you with hiragana and katakana, through to intermediate grammar. The explanations are fantastic, and everything is written in a very down-to-earth, easy-to-understand way that can be difficult to find in standard textbooks. This actually feels as though it was written by a real person. The guide does use kanji characters which may intimidate beginners, but the words used are usually simple, and more importantly, you're able to click on them and get the readings anyway, so it's not a problem. Honestly, if you sat alone in a box and studied nothing but Tai Kim's grammar for a month or two, you'd come out with a pretty good grasp on Japanese grammar. And as someone who uses it weekly, originally to learn grammar but now just more for reference, it is one of the best resources for learning Japanese grammar. It's free, it's easy to use, and most importantly, it's free. God bless Tai Kim. And I have to say, over the past year, it's something I've truly grown to relish. Relish. Oh, fucking hot dog joke, piece of fucker. So I know I've covered them before, but no list of awesome free stuff would be complete without Memrise and Anki. Memrise is a free online tool which is now available in app form, which will help you memorise thousands of Japanese words through the art of watering flowers, not literally. The site uses sounds, pictures and, most importantly, creative memes which the community can create and upload, offering creative ways of remembering difficult vocabulary. And considering it's free and you can use it to learn anything, there can be little argument that Memrise is better than horses. The older guy in town is, of course, Anki, which is pretty simple but just as effective. After you've downloaded it onto your PC or Android or iOS, you can either make your own memorisation cards or download a pre-made deck online from the site. However, if you don't want to make cards, there are some fantastic professionally made decks online, the best being the Core 2000 Step series, the starting point, which is Step 1, and it covers JLPT 5 vocabulary level. And if you're a real beginner, I'd advise downloading the listening deck, which is a pack of cards that just focus on listening. It's free on PC and Android. If you want the iOS version, it does cost money, but considering how much you'll probably use it to memorise things, it should pay itself off in a matter of weeks. Being able to read kanji is the biggest hurdle when learning Japanese. It can take many years to be able to merely pick up a newspaper and start reading an article or use a Japanese webpage. But fortunately, there is a way that makes reading online a heck of a lot easier thanks to an extension which acts as a quick dictionary when you draw the cursor over a character or a word. On Firefox it's called Vikai-chan and on Chrome it's called Vikai-kun. And once you've installed it, all you need to do is hover the mouse over the word or character and let the good times roll. If you haven't got Firefox or Chrome, it's definitely worth downloading one or the other just for the extension alone. But as brilliant as they are at filling out gaps of knowledge, don't become overly reliant on them. They shouldn't be viewed as a substitute for learning Japanese kanji or Japanese vocabulary. After all, you can't walk down the street, point at stuff and magically have it translated. Yet. Finally, the internet in general is an incredible resource. If you want to practice your reading, Wikipedia has almost 1 million articles in Japanese. And again, if you're having trouble, you can use Vikai-kun or Vikai-chan to help you out. There's Japan's national broadcaster, NHK, which has a ton of resources online, including news for children with basic Japanese. And YouTube has thousands of Japanese TV shows that have been uploaded. I've watched anime, such as Death Note and GTO on there. The first Japanese TV drama I watched was called Hotaru no Hikari. It was a bit weird, but it was quite good and it was great listening practice. And it was good to see Japanese used in context. But once you find one Japanese TV show on there, you tend to find more come up as well, so just keep searching and you'll find something that appeals. It's also worth mentioning if you have an iOS device, you can input using Japanese kana, or you can use the Chinese keyboard, which enables you to write kanji out. And both of these keyboards will make your life at least 6 times better if you're studying or using Japanese. And if you've made it this far, congratulations, because not only have you probably learned something, but you've just watched an entire video presented by an inanimate hot dog. And if that's not an achievement, quite frankly, I don't know what is. I'm fed up of being a hot dog, I'm about to eat myself. So many thanks for watching. Well, hey! Oh god, this hot dog tastes just awful.
This hotel, this is what it describes itself as. An ultimate healing that exceeds the sky